Hello. Hello, my people. I'm late. Hey, yo. How's it going, guys? The longest, I just realized I was just not live. Don't worry. Got a quick wipe to start. I love this setup. Barely gotta move. I just kick. I'll just restack the crawls later. Dude, masterclass jukery. Because I get better at that, pretty smooth. Always like an art form, you know, messing with the chins. Morrowind. Done beat. What does it sound like? Like, when did I, or not what does it sound like, when did I make that sound? Or when did the music? messed up. Should have just stayed out of it, I guess. Back up at the wrong timing there. Whatever. When I was playing in the monkey room or in the lobby? Want me to do a range trap explanation? Yeah, I can do it another one. I'm gonna have the sun here. Oh yeah, I'm sunning. Last time, I got my ass stacked from like 30. This time I'm just gonna chill. I hate when it opens up with monkeys because they just sit here and slap you the entire last bit, and they're so accurate. There's the Baba. Look at these guys, they're just constantly mauling. In the juice, how dare you. Yeah, that's a good tip. If you're gonna use brews and you want to use DPS specs, the last 30% or last 1/3 of Baba is the lobby right there. Oh, that's from Fable. The last 33% of Baba hits a lot faster than the other phases. So yeah, that is a pretty good tip. The range trap is a multi-step process. We'll start from the beginning. We'll start with the first thing. Let me make sure I'm in a party so I can ping. So first is that tile. That's step 1. Step 1 is done, and this won't secure any trap for now. This will just help block off the first ranger and the first meleer, but it is part of the cage that you need to set up. You want to use the music replacer plugin. So then you want to kill the ranger first. Now the ranger spawns, as you see, at the edge of the cage, but doesn't spawn in the cage. You kind of have to bring him into it. So first step first is to create this wall. And that's done by dunging right here. Now let's prepare for step 2, which is creating the cage itself. 2 walls, which is going to be dunging here. It doesn't have to be specifically right here, but you do want to back up, so anywhere in here. Alright, so step 2, the cage will be created right here. And the ranger cage is made. What you need to do is bring him in to the cage. And remember this tile that we have over here. It's not specifically this tile, any of these three should work. But you cannot be eastwards of that. If you're eastwards of this tile, the ranger will just run right out like that and start hitting you right away. So while we prepare to proc, we'll just dung here on the left side, the north side, for a bit. You just stack a bunch of dungs like this. But it also doesn't matter too much. You can also stack them right here. Ideally, don't trap the meleeer with this method. But if you're doing it for a separate reason, that's fine too. So I like to stack dungs. There, but I'm gonna stand here, wait until that melee hits the floor, and then we're gonna start meleeing the arcane. You see, the ranger is settled into his cage by the time this guy hits the floor. That's how you know if you've done it correctly. Be careful not to touch this side of the wall, because the ranger can still see you at the moment. To move the ranger 1 north, you need to go to where the arcane is and walk here. And you can see the arcane. The ranger has now moved 1 north, meaning he can no longer see you on this south side of Khepri. You're done. You can also stack them here. Doesn't matter too much. I prefer not to lock the meleeer in. Locking the melee in is okay if you're swarming the first set, but the shadow is not great DPS against the melee. Like, on paper it is. Dude, if I die because of that, I'll be so mad. I think I lagged for a second there. That is so frustrating. I'm alive though. Literally survived 1 HP. Probably not letting the meleeer land. The meleeer landing doesn't actually matter, it just happens to be a good, like, timing. This is about like 2 ticks pretty much after they spawn. I just use that animation as a good cue. We have survived. What were those hits? You don't even know. That's not even my best. I've had 450s doing that exact same method. People can't even get that while doing the overlords and the swarms half the time. I've had way better. I'll just let that one pass. Anyway, the reason I don't like shadowing the meleeer, one, like, just do switches, which is mad work, but there's so much overkill and travel time on the shadow that a lot of the time the meleeer just ends up healing so many times that it's not worth it. So much RNG and inconsistency involved, and as you know, inconsistency is not what you want to catch from all things. Otherwise the arcane will, you know, teleport and stuff like that. I ended up switching the soundtrack back to Seymour's theme just because it's a much longer. I like Seymour's theme anyway. The music replacer plugin only lags and it's like looping from what I've seen. So I end up just choosing the longer track. I'll be honest, I dig Seymour Zeem anyway, so. He'll teleport now. Holy lightning. And Web Weaver spec sucks. Oh, did you guys hear that too? Through the mic. I'm gonna stop doing that. Pretty sure I just super chance, like coin flipped it. I thought I pressed pray melee in time. I knew I was gonna get meleeed, but I thought I prayed melee in time. And I kinda caught that I didn't as he was about to backhand me across the face. Why use the Web Weaver? Open the video description and look at FAQ number 3. But TLDR, Baba waves, more chill, save slot. If you want the most in-depth answer, check the FAQ. But yeah, TLDR, chill Baba waves, save one slot. Still get, you can still commonly get pretty fast Bob waves at least. Are you kidding me? Hate the travel time of the shadow sometimes. So, what's the music plugin? That is the music replacer plugin. Tell the Akka memory by dating is doable. You got it, bro. You definitely got it. Akka memory, you know how it is. Sometimes you just mess up. We had it this time. I literally just died to Akka memory, like ending the stream last time, so don't worry about it. Happens to everyone. Music replacer plugin. Like, put your music in certain places, you just switch the soundtrack of each boss. If you want more help on the music replacer plugin, you should right-click it and go to support. And it has a very, very well done tutorial. It's very easy to go through. Right to SGS, I was like, supposed to send an SGS there. Extremely sinful technology right there, but I really don't want a sun. I have like a decent amount of prayer actually, but so can't resist the call of a good dopamine SGS spec even if it's inefficient. Monkey brain like SGS. Although I find it really funny that it plays that little like Damascus Promise thing just for like 2 seconds, and then it plays the soundtrack that I want. Kind of low though. I don't mind raising it, I guess it's for a track. I accidentally released the placeholder, didn't you, Fang? Oh, that's so unfortunate. That shit is a nightmare to fix. Got this, bro. I'm sorry for loss. Hold up, posture check, posture check. Holy hunchback. Dude, if I didn't just posture check myself, I'd be like dead in like 5 hours. That was a very unhealthy posture I was in. Good morning. Working like a 90-degree angle, you know what I mean? Neck pain, yeah. Neck and back, holy. Old man switches. Love to see it. Half the rows left. Nice. Looks like a frog face, you know? Got the eyeballs right here. You know, like the mouth. Nice. First. Those are easier. Depends how good you are, to be honest. I have to... Hold on. How many of these will I get? Good money, at least. We're on 3 purples in a row now. We got a ring into body, into legs now. But Dezo, regarding duos, they're easier theoretically. You pass DPS checks on Akka more easily, all that stuff. Here's the thing though, you do have to deal with some mechanics such as Akka's marking attack and corruption. That being said, those are very easy to deal with in duos anyway, but if you're, to say the least, if you are better than your duo partner, unfortunately it's just better to solo. It's just how it is for ToA. If you're better than your teammates, you're just better off soloing, like 99% of the time. The only exception would be FFAs. FFAs, MVP's worth a lot, so if you're better than everyone else, you're actually probably going to make more money than solo. But then you have to go and find FFA teams, and they do very questionable stuff, so it might cancel itself out. I have a very hard time. Like, I do my duos for fun. If I was looking for money, I would just stick exclusively to these solos. Obviously, my solos are making very good money, so. So there are some things that are mildly easier. Defense reductions are a huge thing. That it's kind of hard to keep up in solos, but very easy to keep up in teams. You know, obviously more people throwing BGS means much more likely for them to land and stuff like that, right? But then, you know, if you're doing like a trio and people start stacking their P breaks, is it really more efficient? Someone's got a P, and then right after they come back, someone else has the P. You know, I'm just saying, it kind of cuts into the efficiency a little bit. The song just before this one, Guns the Duel, Lobby OST. Guns the Duel theme. I think they also call it theme rock. Dude, what am I? I literally see it glowing and I decide to fume. Why am I like this? If you haven't noticed, I'm a huge fan of like classic game OST, especially nostalgia-inducing ones. I'm not playing that game with that guy. Nope. Going somewhere else. Oh my god. I just clicked onto it. That's a decent webweaver room. 239 with webweaver? Maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's not that bad. Criminal scum, you've defied Skyrim and her people. I don't know, I forgot what the NPC actually says. I'm running my first solo expert this week. Duels are more relaxed. The skill cap with them, it's more like 150s. Would you take the same room order on 300s as you have now? Especially in smaller teams, yes. This room order is simply superior for a multitude of reasons. Very few teams should take a different order. Like, speedrun teams can do Zebak, which is a Zebak, Kefri, Akababa, but that is only when they're like doing very sweaty speedrun tactics like Adrenaline Baba, spam ZCB on it, on all that stuff. Most players, most team sizes are better doing this exact kind of room order. Fun fact, you can void wake, he won't wake up. Free hit. Got a light bearer? Sad. No problem though, so you can always ask more questions if you need to. Unless they're in the FAQ, then I will redirect you promptly. But otherwise, yes, feel free to keep asking. Whether it's about solo or team. I might not be able to answer all the good questions about teams, because frankly, I only really do like the trio at best. I think I could have skipped that. I paused to do my on there, and I was like, I don't know if I can still do it. I think I'd rather flick here at the end. And flick later. Because if I don't flick now and he Rambos me and I got a sun, I'm gonna have to flick my brains out later anyway, so I'm just gonna flick now. Okay, he's Ramboing me anyway. Alright. Alright, I have never... Thank God we have Death Charge. That was the most scariest Bob I've encountered in a long time. But we live. How much GP am I losing P2 Wardens? Talking about on the arrows? I just pick up the arrows. I probably lose like 1 arrow per raid. Comparison between assembler and no assembler. I just pick up the arrows. The boss doesn't move, so after the third floor, I just pick them up. Protect melee and piety only, just those two. Oh, let me post on Weeder Raid solo. Oh, my rune light's on the wrong. Hold on. I muted my desktop and not my mic, I'm sorry. I literally went to OBS to mute the audio and I just ended up muting the music. I should have just muted the actual mic itself. What is this? This is not my milk. Whatever. Thank you. Apologies for the sneeze.
Oof. I can explain it, but multi-step process that I've already unfortunately gone through. I actually just explained it the last kill, but okay, let me see how I can do this the best way I can. Every starts, step 1, stab boss, make your way to the north side of the room. Okay, that's step 1. Dung here. It'll create this diagonal line. That's not the cage just yet. I usually just stab the ranger, the very first ranger. Step 2, after the first set, and only after the first set, you dung here, or anywhere here. If you get a second dung, just keep redunging that spot over and over. and that'll create the cage for set 2. Okay. If needed to dung more often, you'll see you can just start stack a shit ton of dung like that, or over here. Anytime, anywhere is fine. Ideally, don't trap the ranger, so don't dung here. Not the ranger, the meleeer. I need an FAQ for that. But the thing is, it also needs tile markers, so it's hard to hard for a lot, like an FAQ to answer. Now that your cage is created on step 2 for set 2, when you proc, make sure you are standing in this line, anywhere in this general area, anywhere that is not east of this tile marker. If you are east of this tile marker, this ranger will actually just fly out of the cage. Whereas if you're here, the ranger will first settle in. But he's settled in, but he's not fully caged or trapped yet. So what you want to do is just hit the major a few times, just in this general area, wherever you want. When he teleports after his third hit, kind of want to use these tiles to kind of snake your way around, try to not lose too many ticks, and you'll be here stabbing the major on his second spot. Now, you don't want to just stab him here. The ranger can't see you, but you want to actually run here. Now, you don't have to be specifically here. Any of these 3 actually work. But once you make it here, the ranger will slowly shift north in his attempt to try to see you. He still can't see you, but he's made it worse for himself because now he's shifted himself 1 more north. That 1 tile north is exactly what you need so that you can melee Caffrey on this area without being hit. No, you should not have more overlords at 300. More overlords is, in my opinion, minimum 450. 450. But some builds can do it straight at 400. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad of an invocation if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing. If you do not know what you're doing and you're just taking it and just, frankly, raw dogging it, you are probably going to be in Caffrey for like 7 minutes if you don't know what you're doing. And you do not want that. If you have a plan for overlords and you know how to execute it like that, then it's fine. Honestly, it's not that bad. I've already done the calc on like how much drop rate it gets me. It gets me about 8% more drop rate, and it slows me down by about 4%. So it's definitely worked for me. But a lot of people can't say the same. So because, you know, they would rather swarm. It makes sense, you know, like swarming also gets you higher, faster raids. Faster raids means you can usually push a little bit of a faster time. And usually that faster time is more worth it. But you can always look over some of the other videos I have, like not the VODs, but the videos. The video videos usually have a good walkthrough for overlords. I would recommend maybe like one of the 425 ones. That's usually pretty. I think I go through it pretty well there. I could maybe make an independent video for it as well, I guess. It wouldn't take me that long. I could just go to Caffrey early. Now, I am doing no DPS, but very fortunately, Akka will be very generous. He will TP and give me more time. Holy noodle. No problem. Now, there's a lot of ways you can mess up the range trap. You can always fix them again later, but just keep it in mind, there's usually something you're messing up when
it's either being able to hit you or not being in the cage. So, but it's easy to diagnose. It's like, oh, my ranger's in the cage, but it's still hitting me. Oh, that means you didn't go to the spot by the arcane second teleport area. Oh, the ranger's not in the cage at all. That means you went too far eastward to start. So at least it's easy to diagnose the problem. Should probably just make a separate video for the range trap at this point, because although I do love answering the question, there's a lot of depth into it, and it's hard for people to memorize it when I'm just talking about it like live. So it'd be better to make like a quick 4 or 5 minute cat free kill video instead. I'll take a free overheal. Got a level 5 Zebak on our hands, Mr. Crocodile. Maybe I should start. I actually don't know how to make YouTube shorts. I assume it's just like a short video. Might start making like a small ToA tips shorts, like the croc block for team raids. You guys know about the croc block? The croc block is insane tech. Where's that guy that says he was doing duos and stuff? I should tell him what the croc block is if he doesn't know what it is. I wonder if he's still here. Basically, the crocodiles that bite the tree, you can block them on any of the 4 corners of the palm.
They'll never like run straight at the tree the first spawns. It's a really good tech to prevent it from biting the tree. I'll show it off next time I do Grandis. It's like perfect for something when you're like teaching someone ToA and they're like messing up the water, and obviously you can't get it done in the first rotation. Or if like you guys mistime getting the waters together, or God forbid someone gets hit by the spikes, right? The croc block got your back every time. Dude, draw off the croc block. It's also insane FFA material, like just block, rock. The decent level 5 Zebak speed. Mage. Not my fastest, but decent. Did you know 2 rolling jugs will collide with each other and explode? If you see a solve, don't meme roll into it. I ran, I think, 10 without Eldritch back in the day. So maybe try 10 with Eldritch. Try that. I would say try 10 with Eldritch if you're not comfortable flicking. I'm pretty sweaty when it comes to flicking at Infernal specifically. Not like the sweatiest, but I would say if you don't want to sweat and flick too much, try 10 with Eldritch. I don't know, I've actually never tried Eldritch, so I have no idea. It'd probably be okay with a lot less. Yeah, I had 10. No, I had 10 restores. I don't remember what I had for Bruise, but if you're new, I would say probably bring like 8 brews and then the rest restores and bring your Eldritch and just see how it goes. Giving me the suck, bro. Mage me when I'm protecting mage, come on. Can you not Jad me while I'm switching? That's so rude. Like he was holding Jad for that. .126 combat at ToA, congratulations. What were you missing? Some defense XP? Hopefully. Back, right. Bury the bones at Bavo or something. But he's got a banana, not bones. I assume you were just like long ranging and got it. Main tip for Kefir transmog? You're asking the wrong person. Guess who doesn't have it still? I haven't bothered. Yeah, I mean, you could just wing it. The only tip I have is the medics go in a clockwise rotation. So, just be ready for them clockwise. It's just like the regular swarms. That's the only real tip I have for you. No, he's talking about the Kefri transmog. He's talking about... He wants to do the Kefri transmog. Which definitely I would say have a web weave before. So aids without. You could just wing it. I assume trap melee is fine. And medic plus overlords. Did your tick eat the special attack? Sort of. Tick sun, but yes. I don't know if you can tick eat it, but you can tick sun it. You actually do it like a tick before it actually hits you, like a tick or two. And then it works. It works. I don't know exactly which tick. I personally time it based on my like weapon cooldown, because it always comes at you at a certain time, and I've learned what that time is based on my shadow plus 2 void wakers I send in the beginning. I wouldn't say that tip is applicable to most people. I wasn't counting. I think we're at 7, 8, 9. I think so. I guess I could look at the HP too. Roughly about 1,000 is the last hit. Yes. And then I just pick up my dragon arrows like this. This could be the B4B, boys. The B4B. The reason on uncharging the shadow is to get the soul runes. You'll get soul runes and chaos runes out of uncharging a shadow. And if you bring these 4 runes, Cosmic Blood, Fire, Death, you're missing 1 rune to get the spell Death Charge, and that's going to be soul runes. So you uncharge it specifically for soul runes, so you can have access to Death Charge. Yeah, I already got B3B. Right now we are ring into Masori body into Masori chaps. This is B4B. I'm gonna re-summon my Thrall now, because I don't want it to troll my hits here. If my Thrall hits like a 3 and procs it, I'll be fuming. Compared to, you know, me proccing with a 50. But buy Blood Fairy for expanding your Invocation levels. Do it when you hit 400, I would say. It's good at 350, but it really starts to shine at 400. You don't really need it either way, but I would say buy it at 400. They're pretty cheap right now anyway. It's up to you though. If you get extra cash, then go ahead. But I assume you want to get your own stuff like Shadow first, so... Because you're still practicing 350s for now, right? Do you keep getting better at those and then do it afterwards? It's not necessary just yet. Alright, 380, yeah, just keep practicing. Once you can nail your 400, let's say 7 out of 10 times ish, then yeah, you can start bringing it. That would be nice, yeah. You're just like trying to balance out the money, you know? You don't want to spend money while you're saving at the same time. Especially if it's not necessary just yet. Oops. Oh. We made some mistakes. What am I talking about? It takes damage P4 anymore. I just won't take any more damage. Simple as that. Yeah, I just killed it anyway. Matter. Engagements regarding is pegs, 100%. Or devouts. I would say devouts or pegs. No B4B. I got my lifetime subscription to Blood Shards right here, guys. Spend your money on dumb shit all day. Unload it. Ah, I wasn't supposed to double tap that. Want the fattest stack of purple sweets?
I'm definitely not about the purple sweets. Whenever I do chambers, like solo CMs, I don't even bring them. I hate purple sweets. I do not enjoy tapping them like 50 times to get my run energy back. It's not literally 50. I think you actually only consume like 30 per raid, but still, I get pissed tapping those things. Thanks song? Guns the dual lobby theme. We could type that. Ah! I wasn't paying attention. And Blood Fury, please heal me. I'm begging. Oh, ask and you shall receive. Done. I used to meme on people for taking this thing, but not as bad as I thought. I love it. This is why you never truly write things off. You must experiment with them. Change your mind. What would Bruce Lee say? Be like water. Go like water. This fool cannot access the sarcophagus. I will now proceed to ignore him. Dare you? The Web Weaver bow. I'll be honest. I think you would love the Web Weaver bow so much. PW. I just know it. Please don't kill me. So much chiller doing waves with it and using blowpipe. I know you are a medium F aimer. A lot less tilting chasing around those venomous using this thing.
As long as you bring chins. Because if you don't bring chins, you're going to be killing the thralls for the next 5 years. Point of the bow, you can look at the video description. FAQ number 3 is perfect description of why I use it. I started using it because I got really tilted one day from chasing the venom baboons around statues, and it turned out to be a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be straight up like a 30-second time loss minimum. Turns out it's only really like 20. Plus, saving the slot was something I hadn't considered. Saving the inventory slot on the assembler. But, I mean, I don't know if I would consider it if I wasn't saving the slot. I don't know. A lot of the reason I like it is because I have this extra slot, so I can just do this with Baba. Stab him. Stab away. This could get dicey if the baboons hit me. Psych. Give me those points. Perfected the low effort raid. Or not really low effort, medium effort. For once, I will remember to use my accursed sceptre in this room. It hits. Let's go. I have increased my DPS by a whole 8%. Now let's see if we actually notice it. Alright, I missed one Fang, let's leave. Swarms typically blow piped when running more overlords. The first set you should be doing, yeah, if you can. But if you aren't running more overlords and you're swarming anyway, obviously you need to have a blowpipe for swarming. So that rules out the web beater. It's very specific to the setup, but I really like it for the invocations that I'm running. Which is why I put a disclaimer for that. Are scepter better to bring than a BGS? No, those are separate things.
So the accursed scepter does reduce some defense, which is why I use it at Kefri. I wasn't supposed to dunk there, but whatever. It reduces up to 15% magic and regular defense. 15% typically doesn't reach the defense floor or caps of ToA monsters. But the Cursed Scepter is mostly to reduce magic, not flat defense. So for a lot of raiders who are, let's say, using Bofa on Wardens, right? You would rather have a BGS because that reduces more flat defense. So overall, no. They're not even for the same thing. The primary purpose of the Accursed Scepter that I'm bringing for is for Zebak. It just so happens to be an extremely small bonus here. It's actually really annoying when you hit big like that, because you actually don't want him to teleport right away. You would rather him just I did not mean to click the swarm, now I get ranged. That shit hurts. It'd be best if you hit like medium on this guy, because if you hit over 39 he teleports instantly. That's actually really annoying. Aka's pretty OP for a human. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Nex stands a chance, right? The guy just teleports away and starts blasting the floor, and that's it. It's over for her. There's nothing she can do. Akka doesn't even need to hit her hero with actual attacks. Not to mention his max is double of hers. How many times do I explain a range trap? Probably 3 times, I would say. But if we're talking about questions regarding the range trap, probably like 5 times, depending how long the stream is. That's because there's small questions like, why did my ranger leave the cage, or why is my ranger still attacking me in the cage? Usually answering small questions like that rather than explaining the whole ranger trap. Like Nex's minions, by the way, they don't stand a chance versus Akka's Hourglass and Shadows combo. Each of them would just get nuked. Does that question count? It could. You've used your allotted questions for the day. See you tomorrow. Okay.
I'll be back. Tremendous tick loss right there. 4 ticks lost. Hi, Akka. I didn't do my normal Void Waker. Forgot he'd. Ah, stop. Dang it. I wanted to learn how to I want to learn how to do it. So much effort to learn though. There you go. Did that correctly this time. If I do that a few hundred more times, I'll learn it for real, for real. It's good. Frosty Spec has like 20-ish DPS. Shadow has like 11, so it is worth. It's a lot of effort to pull off though. I can't miss on a Shadow, but... Unless the Shadow is immune. best achievement direct perk? Duradil for Slayer is great. Having you just clap your hands instead of having to NPC contact them would be my choice. I don't know, I don't remember if the other ones are good. My favorite is the Duradil hand clappers. Also gives you access to gem mining, which is great for pet hunting. Oh, guys, this is perfect for me to show off the croc block. Hold on. So let's say you're doing teams, you know, you're running your water. Either you or usually someone else, hopefully, will mess up the water, and you need to, you know, kind of clean up after their mistakes. Let's say they got hit by a 50 or... So here's what we do. So we'll get the second water, but we won't fill. We'll wait for the croc to spawn while we wait. And then a croc spawns, and you're like, look, they're coming back with the water. There's no way they're gonna make it before this croc chomps, and you don't want to take the risk of possibly noodling on this croc. So you just stand here. Ow. You just stand here, and look. Croc block has been achieved. Works in all four corners. He bites through prayers, what the heck? And he took my water away. Well, today I learned. I learned today that the crocodile can take away your water. That's very rude. He bit my water away. He was like, you're holding me hostage. And he drains my prayer. Why are we doing this stuff? But for real though, doing team raids, rock block is important tech. You'll probably not be carrying water like I am when you're blocking the croc. You can see it kind of default over to these sides. It's a lot harder for acid to hit you on the sides than in the middle, like here. Doesn't mean it can't, it's just a lot harder in terms of rarity. Oops, you can see that. For anyone who's not using augury with their tridents, make sure you do that. You can skip augury with a shadow, but you shouldn't do that with a trident. We're saying. As an FYI. Did my death charge fade away same tick as the SGS? I guess I used it a little too early. We are at 78 now. Oh, I misclicked the same tile twice. A little sloppy with the clicks right now. Ooh, I messed up. I actually messed up really bad. Ugh. I haven't died in P4 in a long time. Probably like 50 plus raids. How many days since started grind? I think we're like 2 weeks in. I ate a lot of lightning this time around. Didn't vibe. But weaver better than blowpipe? No, not really. It's generally worse. By generally, I mean it is worse. But it's longer range, makes it easier to work with. The Walk of Shame. 77 loot beams in 2 weeks. Not that much. I started at like 60. I started at like 60 something when I started the grind. And I explain why I bring it. You can open up the video description and check FAQ number 3. Just webbed Ranger and it hit. It's surprising. Look at like okay rooms, you know? Not as bad as you would think. Jesus. Damn, I wished I would have totally made it to the rock. I gotta kinda hope I survive. Oh, use the sun. Holy shit. Alright, we're good. Ran that far away from it. Didn't even death charge off it. Actually, no, I already hit him earlier. So. Could have totally made it for that rock. Early baboons. Probably kill at least one of them. Otherwise they're gonna be hitting me for the entire rest of it. Oh, and the other one dies. Let's go. I'll never get that restore, I guess. Oh, he's gonna be permanently under a rock. These ToA grinds really improved my ability to zen. I don't even feel any rage after dying to P4 right now. I was like, whatever. Cry my tears with the billions of GP made.
If I say so myself, that was a pretty good Overlord's transition. Felt very clean, seamless.
Loud. I love Seymour's team, but that was really loud. And he's gonna teleport now.
Cool enough. Also gotta have a shadow to make it worth it. Yeah. Definitely pretty... It's actually not as hard as you think if you're using tile indicators like this. You just hit on these upper and lower ones. Or the north and south ones. Cool enough to have a shadow. I was like, yeah, it's actually not that hard. Shadow is money, of course. That's kind of hard. Time. Money, money, money. What would I do if I had all the money in the world? I'd probably buy a lot of drag nymphs. Buy a 30 pickaxe. See if I can get my own 30H pickaxe for fun. Now, I'm pretty sure if I hit a 1 with my accursed sceptre like I just did there, or like very low, it counts for the full reduction, right? I think he's very unclear about this. But I swear every time I hit low, it doesn't feel like I hit very low with me. Maybe he just needs an offering. This mages just have a billion variants. Safe. Don't worry, boys. I've mapped it out myself. Checked. That's a high IQ use of the ping.
Surely this time. I wouldn't die at P4, right? Surely. Lois, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. Nice try. I see it below me. I didn't see it that time. 2 times below me? Come on, bro. I'll give it the juicer. Oh, posture check in my back. Two times below me is how I messed up, right? On Warden? On Warden, probably about 2 hits to 3 hits. It only takes 12 Tbow shots to kill it. Or is it 11? So my guess is there's about 2 hits. Maybe 3. I originally thought 4, but after seeing how many arrows I leave on the floor, I'm inclined to say it's only about 2 to 3 shots at most. So probably like 6 to 9 seconds, yeah. Luckily he didn't like destroy me for those of that bomb mistake. They're bombs. What does that guy say? Well, these aren't pies. These are bombs. From a bomb factory. They're bombs. I love that guy. Such an honest guy, you know. Is it worth to skip skull phase? I would say past 400 something, yes. Depends on how good your gear is and stuff like that. But for most players, like in the 300s, no. You would be better off being a little bit faster at the raid so you can push time invocations. So like, it's worth it for your unique drop rate, right? Per raid. But a lot of players take it too far, and they'll like not take time invocations, and they'll skull skip. And then they start saying things like, "Oh, I skull skip, but I can't make time." And for a really, really long time, it's more efficient to push raid level than it is to do the skull skip. In terms of purples per hours. So I would say that benchmark is roughly about 400 to 450. You want to start skull skipping. If you're still able to make time, that is. Whatever time invocation you set. Same thing for 3 downs, of course. I'll be less arrogant. I'll only Void Waker spec 3 times. Trips. I was not arrogant today. Like, apparently too old to handle a prayer. SMH. Did it again. Old. Aging. Missed so many prayers. 3. 2 offerings. Red. And a purple. Away. He drops today? Yes. We got a B3B. Got
Bring into chaps into body, but we haven't got anything since. Very happy I changed the lobby music to the guns. Appreciate my coffee and the OST for a few before getting back into another one. Alright, that was a nice coffee chug. Let's get back to it. Y'all want to not surround me?
Isn't Web Weaver kind of crazy or what? I'm just chilling on top of the puzzle, blasting, and get an okay monkey room. I love it. I tried Venator, yeah, it's really bad. The bounce AI is so shit. Never picks what you want, and the bounce is too short range, and then the bow itself is also too short range. I wanna love it, but it's so bad. Very unfortunate, to be honest. If they buffed the bounce radius to be like crazy high, I was gonna use it on swarms, I'll be honest, on Kefri swarms. I was hoping I could just like shoot Kefri and it would just swarm for me. But life doesn't work out that way. It's unfortunately actually a balanced weapon, meant for AFK slaying, not for bossing. You tell me why I uncharge a shadow? For these soul runes, so I can use this spell Death Charge. I'll recharge it back later, so I don't, have to drop 86,000 chaos. That's a good way to use Death Charge in this room, by the way. You can hit a monkey at the bottom, either with blowpipe or whatever. And even if you hit a 0, when it gets crushed by the boulders later, from Boulder Dash or whatever, you'll get the kill credit and get 15% spec back, which can be a difference if you're using Sun and you need it, or just in general for DPS specs. It's a nice tip to have. Lets you squeeze in an extra spec a lot of the time. So, I'll just keep these 20 soul runes, and then I'll just drop the whatever chaos is back there. Now I'll have Death Charge. The rest of the raid without having to, spend the slot to bring it in, because inventory slots are very valuable. Doing Baba first keys to getting sub 40s. You can get sub 40s without it, but it definitely helps a lot. Because, both Baba and Kefri, you're going to be spending a lot of time meleeing. Divine Super Combat keeps you at 118. Assault's only bring you to 125, which is only a +7 over meleeing. But for Zebak and Akka, where you're maging and ranging a lot more, your max boost, whether you have Saturated Heart or Ranging Potion or whatever, for range and mage, is only 112. So salts give you a lot more bonus. You get +13 over your normal potions. Which is why Baba Kefri is generally considered, like Baba Kefri Aka Zebak, generally considered the best invocation order, or room order, sorry, to run overall. And then if we talk about total time stuff, Baba consumes supplies, which is actually something you want prior to getting your first helpful spirit. Makes it a lot easier to manage your inventory so you're not juggling around potions so often and wasting time on that stuff. And then as another random bonus, the helpful spirit is just on the way between the Kefri room and the Akka room. It just all works out. There's a really low chance this guy can just bite me for 60. Really low, but could have happened. I think we're gonna be a bit of a sinful gamer soon. Oh, no egg? No SGS? Dang. I was hoping to SGS on some eggs, but it seems we've already reached the agile swarm cap. So after 2 Fang successful hits, you can stab the Meleer twice, and then Void Waker the Mage. This gives you really good uptime on these Overlords. And then you can stab the Meleer here, slowly drag him out, hit him one more time, and then run to the Major. This gives you really good uptime, minimal tick loss while doing all your jobs at once. The cage, hitting both Overlords. You still have the Meleer alive, you can hit Kefri. Then when she bounces you, you can hit the Meleer and kill it. Maximize tick up time. How's it go, Nibers? You would drop to need no help, ideally. If you're trying to push farther than that, need less help's really bad. Oh, I didn't die there? Was it white less? Dragon Ronnie. Oh well. Oh, made a mistake there. Sucks. Don't need to run dehydration that low. Why didn't I drag him into this spawn rooms? Don't change on me, please. Thank you. Yeah, roll's going down. Gonna do this kill and log off, I guess. I saw your question. It's need no help. If you want to push further, it's gonna be need no help. Unless you want to take some like absolutely terrible invocations. If you're struggling because you're using Karis more often, which does drain a lot of prayer, remember, you can do diet off. No help. That will give you bandages for P1 and P2, so you don't need to Karis there. But if you're having trouble with Restore, then see which rooms are slow, I guess. Because you should be able to complete the rooms in about 3 to 4-ish restores. Remember that the Ambrosia also gives Restore? So you still have a Scarab. You'll have a Scarab, 1 Restore, and then you can have Ambrosia for P4. I don't think I can attack here. Didn't plan it too well. Gonna lose some ticks there. We have a solve on the right side there. Much easier to go for this one. Have to be careful. Oh. That does so much damage. Holy shit. Honestly, I have so much restore. I'm not egoing this and heal up like a good boy. It's the last raid of the night. Overlords, no. Overlords is not worth it at that low. I assume you have Insanity on as well. The big hurdle to conquer, but you have no help is your next one. It's just practicing the raid until you can handle that many restores. You might be, again, pushing too fast if you're not able to handle the restores right now. You probably just need more practice before you do it. I wouldn't worry too much about pushing. I just hash slinging slasher to death? Shit. 6 restores? That's a pretty decent amount, yeah. Especially if you're planning on sunning every now and again. 6 is a good amount. I think I lost a tick right there. Yeah, you should definitely be using thralls. I'm just assuming anyone doing 300 plus, hopefully at this point, watching the stream, is using thralls. So dehydration, how'd it go? Hopefully went well. Need less help is really bad, really bad. So you can get the same amount of points going diet off plus need no help, and it's much better because what need less help does is it gives you a 1 in 3 chance to get something like a restore or a brew. The problem is you don't have control of what it is, right? If you do no help and diet off, you are 100% guaranteed bandages, and bandages actually have 200 HP value built into them, which is way more valuable than anything less help can give you anyway. So definitely no help plus diet off is a superior combination in every way possible, like there's no question about it. If you want to try that, go ahead. And the bandages you can basically use at P1 and P2, which would prevent you from using cares. So because you're not using cares, you're also saving prayer, right? And like a very hefty amount of prayer. But try that combination instead. Yeah, it takes sun there. What about healing in P4? You'll either have sun cares or you'll have ambrosia. Because you shouldn't have used your ambrosia earlier. If you're struggling to complete P4 with 2 ambrosia doses, you just simply need more practice in P4. Which is fine, you know. The reason I'm telling you this isn't to like say you're bad at P4, it's simply to give you a direction of what to do for right now. A lot of people run away from their goals thinking they can just change the invocations. Sometimes it's just better to focus on a very particular area of the game. That if you're struggling to complete P4 with 1 ambrosia, well 2 doses of ambrosia, simply just that is where you specifically need practice. I was trying to deal with a level 4 Zebak. Whoa. I need you to dial it back, Filipino, for a second. You shouldn't have a level 4 Zebak and a 425. You shouldn't have a level 4 Zebak at 425, especially with dehydration. What else are you running? You should have no help needed. You should have practically every boss invocation on. Hardcore plus a timer. In terms of plus paths, you should only have walk the path on. You shouldn't have any pathfinder, path seeker, or path master on. Those are very inefficient that early. Especially Pathfinder. Pathfinder, the plus 40.1, is good when you're like 450 plus. Like once you're at 450 and you're pushing into 490 basically.
Are you running insanity, all that stuff? Try a dehydration with diet off Filipino. It's a great training wheel, and you'll find your supplies to be very chill. And then you can just focus on flicking slowly as you get better at the raid. Because you won't need to stun for P1 or P2, which will make your restore situation a lot easier. No double trouble keep back. Well, if you have Shadow, you do want to learn those next first, instead of putting Pathfinder. That'd be a great place to start. Should you be scared of hardcore? Here's what I would recommend. If you want to, I assume you have a Shadow, right? Do you have a Shadow? I guess we'll start with that question. It's very important. Because if you have a Shadow, it'll make double trouble plus keep back efficient for you. I can give you like a good way to move up. Good route. I don't want to say yes or no to the hardcore question just yet. Timer is definitely something you want to have. Definitely have a Shadow. Okay, so here's what you do. You go on soft core, you put double trouble keep back, and you turn off entirely the need less, some, or no help. Turn off entirely. You want 100% chance to have 2 salts, and then I want you to put double trouble and keep back both together. Maybe do a little bit of research of what double trouble does, if you're not sure. There's I think Mulgoat Kirby, or is it Hisoka? I'm not sure. One of them has a double trouble plus feeling special guide. Feel free to learn that. And what's gonna happen is, because you have so much salt, you'll have 2 salts. You'll have 2 attempts or at Aka every time. And just practice soft core with Akan, and it'll practically be like the same raid pretty much in terms of raid level. You just might die learning, but it won't doom your raid, so it won't be as demoralizing to you. And then once you're very confident with double trouble, you put no help plus hardcore, and that'll boost you up a shit ton of points. What is that? Another 50 points. And double trouble keep back will just become a staple for you. That's what the goal you want is. And then you can basically do like a 500 from there on out once those are staples for you, like for free. Missing my hat switch a lot recently. But I'm about to clear it, so let me go up. I'll go over some invocations for you for a good 425 or whatever to practice with. Because you're at a great stage right now where you can just like, if you have, sounds like you got the gear and you have some experience already at the hydro, so you're at a great point to like practice. Done. The heck? Nothing. Oh. Let me show you the invocations. I mean, if you want to, you could hop onto mine, yeah. 348. I obviously can't complete a raid, so I'll just do invocation reviews. Come to 348 and show me.
And 348? Yeah. I know, right? No purple. Alright, anybody who wants an Invocation review before we end the night, come log into 348 if you want like a route. And then if you want, join the party ToA 348. And then I should be able to see your inventory as well if you want like inventory reviews. If anyone wants to like push but they're scared and they don't know what their next step is, join ToA 348 and show me the invocations you're currently running. Alright. QAZ, is that you? 425? Alright. So Filipino? Okay. So no, so if you're looking at stream, softcore is fine. Pathseeker, no, definitely not. You never want to run that ever. So, or Pathmaster. So it's just Pathfinder when you're pushing really high. So turn that off. Need some help is okay for now, but with your gear and it's not a good idea right now because it only gives you a 66% chance of 2 salts. You should go for 100%. Dehydro's really good to learn with. I fully respect you taking the time and courage to learn Dehydro, so keep that as a good investment. Overlords probably don't want to have that on, especially if you have a blowpipe. It's not very efficient, but go ahead if you want to. I would say turn it off for now. And then double trouble keep back it. So, oh wait, this is mine. So here is what I would run. Let me just clear mine. It would be easier for me to say. Clear all. So this is what I would run as a practice run. Soft core, if you can run a timer, go for it, but if you're not confident, it's fine. I would say obviously you want to go for this. It's very efficient to go for a timer. Walk the path is a no-brainer. Deadly prayers is fine. Diet off is good training wheel since you're still new. You're still new to Dehydro, so I would say keep this off actually. You're gonna have a lot of bandages though, so it's gonna be a little bit wasteful. You might potentially get 2. Let's turn all these guys on other than medic. Keep overlords off for now, maybe we'll decide on it later. And then you're gonna practice all of the Akka ones. You're gonna practice, well, these guys I assume you already know. This will put you at 365. So this is a perfect training one. Or specifically double trouble keepback that doesn't do your raid. And then you can do Dehydro for 395. But this would be perfect in my opinion. You practice this 395. If you die at Akka, you simply resalt and send it again. And you can do this twice. If you want to dip and not lose your 500k, feel free to dip. If you don't, there's no point putting on persistence because if you die twice, you only have 2 doses of salt left for your very last attempt anyway. So you're basically on another hardcore at that point. So don't worry about downgrading to persistence. Try this. If you can nail Akka with this, all you have to do is do this. You upgrade this to no help needed, hardcore, and you put a time and you're suddenly at 455. Doing the same raid, but just playing better. You know what I mean? And then slowly but surely, you get confident with your sun carries. You're not making mistakes at P2. You feel confident at P4. You can do diet. You're at 470, and then lastly, you can push to, you can push to 500 easily with whatever else. Usually, people just do like overlords and overlay or something. That's what I would run. But again, if you want a nice, easy like learning, specifically double trouble keepback, try this. Try this 395. Def charge work on owls, get this not. So try this 395, practice it until you nail double trouble keepback. It might take a while, it might be demoralizing. It take a day or 2, but it's a great investment, this 30 points to learn. Okay. So sun, what are we running here? So yeah, at this point, it's really just no help needed. That's pretty much it. No help needed. It'll be straight at another 40 points, 385, and then you just add in another 15, however you want it. Most people
do it with a timer and hardcore, is what I would recommend if you want to get to 400. I think I would learn these two in the Akka ones. No, it's not worth it to learn it in duos. Double Trouble is a very if you want to be efficient at it, you run it in the middle, right? But you can learn the ladder skip for teams, but the problem with the ladder skip or the staircase skip is that you can't hit the shadows, and you definitely want to hit shadow, like while you're like running around in the middle. So don't I would say practice it by yourself. I would just say practice by yourself. If you want some tips on how the mechanic works, time around with software, yeah, it's fine. Just slowly practice yours and practice your current one until you're confident on it. Oh, make sure you guys have the party hub panel, not just the party, as I can't see your inventory and stuff like that. If you want me to review your inventory on what I think could be changed, make it a little bit easier or upgraded, whatever. Party hub panel is over here, so you go plugin, go to plugin hub, type in party, and you should see this blue one, party hub panel by the stone turtle. This should let me see your inventory as well. You still get bandages with no help needed if died off. Yes, it's guaranteed. So I've seen Reddit posts are like, I don't know why you would think no one takes need less help. Need less help is 25 points. No help is, was it clear all? So no help is 40 points, right? Need less is 25, right? There's no point going 25, 15 when you can just go 40 and nothing here. This is so much better than these two, like in every imaginable way. So the passphrase, there's no passphrase. This is on the top right. If you open up the plugin on the right, you can leave the party like this. On the right, instead of creating, you just press join and you type in whatever you want. I type in ToA 348. Let me see your inventory setup. Torva's great. Eternals is troll. Switch to prims and can't prims. This does literally nothing for you this entire raid. It might save you at most 10 seconds a raid, and you're wasting a whole slot for it. You have much better switches, so just bank that. You should probably get a DDS. There's no reason to go for a 3 down in this kind of setup. Even if you are doing a 3 down, it should be a fast 3 down. It doesn't look like you're particularly saving specs or P3 doing a P3 down anyway, and you're still using a slot up anyway. DDS gives you more leniency anyway in case you like mess up or lose some crazy tick or something. So just switch that out for DDS straight up. These obviously I assume don't belong here, so that's fine. We'll ignore those. The rest of these switches are fine. If you wanted to bank something, I would say Masori Helm is your like least impactful of these guys. Everything else is really good. And then I assume you're going power into life here. If you want a slightly more efficient raid, you're going to want a DPS spec weapon, which it seems like you're lacking a Void Waker or a ZCB. And you want to make use of that adrenaline. If you can, I'm a firm believer that double power is far more efficient than power life, even if you have to mage Zebak, because getting that extra adrenaline will, speed up that Zebak anyway. So if you want to, you can practice mage Zebak with double power. But if you're not ready to commit to double power, you can stick with this setup, because this setup is fine. The only thing wrong with double power is that, it's a little bit tight on supplies. When I joined the party, I just installed the plugin just now. So you want to click the blue thing on the right here,